Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, back to Sports Time HQ. You're listening to Sports Time HQ with your co-host, Keith, and myself, your host, Fernando. Keith, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, Fernando. How are you?
Doing fantastic. Ready to rock, ready to snipe you, whatever it may be in today's show.
No sniping. I'm allowed to snipe you. You're not allowed to snipe me. That's the rule.
That's the rule. I don't like that rule. We gotta change that rule. All right, run it back. End the stream. Let's rerun it. Oh man, it's been a little bit though. It's been a little bit since we have been on the show. A lot of different things that have happened. I gotta ask you though, Keith, did you watch the Tom Brady roast?
I did watch the Tom Brady roast.
That was so funny. There was a couple of them that sucked, but there was some that were really funny. And I think the biggest takeaway was there is tension between Belichick and Kraft.
Oh, definitely, 100%. There's. I mean, they basically said there was, which I think everybody knew. But I mean, Randy Moss is a good guy, but there was no point in him being there. I mean, he didn't
Literally not.
He didn't exactly bring a lot to the table. Gronk and Edelman were great. Nikki Glazer.
Bledsoe was so funny.
Bledsoe kicked it off well. I mean, yeah, a lot of they picked the people well, generally speaking, and the comedians. They did a great job.
Who would you say did the best jokes? You would say like the full entire thing out of every single person, who did the best?
I'll go one side. I go out of the comedians. I think Nikki Glazer gave the best, and then from the I liked Bledsoe. I think I'm gonna go with Gronk though, because Gronk took a lot of crap from everybody through the whole thing, mainly just for being dumb. And then he was so good when he came up. So I like Gronk.
Yeah, I thought Gronk was really funny. Every single joke went right to Gronk. Gronk, just want to let you know you're here at the roast, right?
Yeah.
So freaking funny.
It was great.
I think my favorite person that went up on stage to do some comedy was Nikki. Nikki was so funny. Yeah. She had me laughing, and her jokes were like right on point, like
rapid fire
to a T.
Yeah,
rapid fire, like you said. And then Brady saying the NFL could have just paid him $20 million to.
Yeah, I know. It just kind of like you just told us, right?
That was so funny, so funny.
Yeah.
But there is some more news around the league. First, I want to talk about the NFL. They plan on testing the first down technology in the preseason. So the rule change in 2024 would be approved if they ended up saying that it is really good. Basically, what would happen is I think it is a system that's already been used at MetLife Stadium and Hard Rock Stadium, but they need to install it in all the stadiums. If there's any issues in it, they're going to push it back to the 2025 campaign. But I mean, it kind of seems cool, but I feel like it doesn't bring out the dramatic effect of bringing the chain out, and, all that they usually do on like fourth down yardage, third down yardage, measuring it. What's your thoughts on the rule?
I mean, the chain gang is probably a bit of an old school thing, and it depends what you believe in. If you think, we should be moving on with technology, then yeah. But if you're like somebody like old school believer in the game, wants to keep something authentic, then you keep it in. I'm down for anything that's just going to get the call 100% right. I know we've seen some dodgy calls. It was a college game last year that like it was clearly not there, and the ref gave it like a first down. So, I mean, I'm all forward if it's going to be 100% right every time. Otherwise, you're just going to have to chain gang back in because, they generally get it right. So, I mean, I'm good with whoever they want to go moving forward. I don't think it's a big thing for me, to be honest. Maybe people say it takes up too much time when you bring move the chains and bring them in and all that stuff. Is the technology going to make it quicker? Then fine, maybe that's a good thing. But it's one for me that like I'm not too worried about. I mean, I don't think many games are lost because the chain gang get it wrong, every week. That doesn't happen.
No, I mean, I feel like if you really dive down to the statistical standpoint of it, like you said, I don't think there's really one you can think of that's so famous where it changed the whole game.
That's it, exactly. So, I mean, yeah, if it's going to be efficient, more efficient, get to the right decision quicker, then yeah, cool, I'm all for it.
Another news is the Pittsburgh Steelers are planning to host the 2026 NFL Draft. So you heard it here, folks. Keith and I will be at the 2026 NFL Draft.
You will be? Okay, that's news to me, but okay.
It's news for me. I just made it up,
Oh, wow.
Next year is 2025. Draft will be taking place in Green Bay.
Mhm.
Pittsburgh's a little closer to me and a little closer to Keith. So
Yeah, a little closer for me too.
I think we'll head down there, and take a look at the draft. Detroit was so fun. I wish I went to Detroit because it looked like so much fun there.
Yeah, that's an easy one for me to get to as well. Could have went to Detroit. It's only a few hours on the bus. Pittsburgh's the same, but
I can't relate to the Detroit one with you. I think that's got to be at least 8 hours for me.
For you,
8
yeah.
hours.
They still you can still get a bus. Like whereas like Detroit, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, they still do a lot of buses from here to there. Like they're obviously longer, but you can still get it from here. So yeah, maybe we'll go to Pittsburgh. Who knows?
I mean, hey, we got 2 years. We got 2 years to plan it.
We can plan it, exactly.
Ex-NFL star Antonio Brown has filed bankruptcy, alleging owing nearly $3 million. Keith, didn't this guy make like millions and millions and millions, and should I say again, millions of dollars?
Yes.
And now it was $3 million.
Obviously just threw it away. And he was retweeting the tweets and the news about him. So he's obviously doesn't give a crap. he's happy. He's happy out going bankrupt and owing people money. But yeah, I don't know what these guys do with their money, but he's still a young guy and he has no money apparently.
I mean, it's just so bizarre to me. Do you think that he's suffering from CTE?
Oh yeah, definitely. 100%. 100%.
Okay.
That was a Vontaze perfect smack in the head. That was the one that did it too.
Okay. I was curious, I think he 100% is. I mean, it would just be like, why are you throwing off your jersey, leaving the stadium? Like, I feel like when he was in Pittsburgh, he was like this completely different player, and then all of a sudden now he is just something completely different.
Yeah, like you never really heard about him, like other than what you heard and seen on the football field. Like there was never a whole lot of off-field stuff about him, and then all of a sudden it all blows up. I mean, you're never going to know until he passes away, and then they look at his brain and stuff like that, whether he has CT. So nobody can say, but I would think something major has happened there.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to see in the upcoming times. Maybe, who knows? Maybe he'll come back from retirement. But which team will actually want to take him?
That's it. Be taking a chance. I mean, I'm sure he's still a great player. He's one of the best wide receivers. But yeah, you'd be taking a serious chance on him.
Yeah. Coming into the show as well is our other great co-host, Mr. Gary. Gary, how are you doing?
Pretty good. Sorry I'm late, guys. Something came up a little bit, but I'm here now.
It's okay. I mean, it's usually how the Browns usually act. They're usually late to the party anyways.
Right. Sounds about right.
How's the Browns doing? Any new news for the Browns, Gary?
Deshaun looks good. That's all I'm going to say.
Does he?
I see him throwing in practice. He's back to just about throwing like fully. So, yeah, I'm excited to see where he goes.
I'll have to ask you guys, Deshaun Watson, does he have another top 5 finish in fantasy in his career?
I'd say no.
Yeah,
I mean, he can get inside the top 10, but top 5, I think, is an ask.
Yeah, probably not. I would agree with that. Top 5 is kind of pushing it, but top 10 is for sure doable.
He's only 28 years old. Just saying.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible for sure, but he's been injured the past couple of years, and who really knows if that'll lead to anything. Maybe he's nervous to run to the same ability that he used to be and doesn't want to take big hits. So who really knows if he can get into that top 5, but I think he's for sure capable of cracking the top 10.
Okay. My only concern is in fantasy, actually 2 concerns. For someone that's a Browns fan that's all in on Deshaun Watson, I'm very surprised on your answer because I would have thought you would have said yes because that would need him to ball out. But if he's not balling out, then that means the Browns are going to do terrible again, right?
I wouldn't necessarily say you need to be a top 5 fantasy quarterback for your team to win a Super Bowl.
That's true. You look at Mahomes; he finished as number 7. That's a good one. That's a good counter argument. Who finishes better? Actually, I'll ask you guys this: Kyler Murray. Obviously, Kyler Murray is the guy that has been getting a lot of hype. I'm overhyping him right now because I think he is going to be a top 5 guy to end the season. Yeah, Gary, don't even give me that face because I know you're already thinking that I'm crazy. And Keith is too over there. But Patrick Mahomes versus Kyler Murray, who would you rather have right now?
For fantasy?
Dynasty.
For dynasty? I think there's a bigger upside in Kyler Murray because of his legs. I mean, Mahomes, his fancy numbers weren't up there compared to previous years. Last year, okay, maybe that's only one bad year, but yeah, I'd maybe pick Kyler on this one.
Nah,
Okay.
it's going to be Mahomes for me. I don't think you can argue that, especially unless Kyler goes out and does have a top 5 year, and him and Marvin Harrison come in and just be this absolute ridiculous duo. I don't.
He
really
is. They are.
I would love for that to happen. I would love Marvin to just absolutely explode in this league, and I think he's capable of doing it, and he's going to do it. But I don't know how early he'll be able to do it.
Okay.
I mean, the price on Kyler versus the price on Mahomes is completely different. So it all depends there as well. So, that's where I'd be leaning on that too.
All right. What about Jordan Love and Kyler Murray? How about that? And then we'll get into the mock drafts.
Those two are definitely closer. I think they're definitely closer. Depends what you want. We've seen one really good year of Jordan Love. He needs to do back-to-back. Right now, I think the more solid one is Kyler Murray for me. I'm not saying Jordan Love can't be it this year, but I would just lean on what we've seen and what Kyler can do with his legs. I'd go lean Kyler. Because I think also Jordan Love is being overhyped as well. I think the value on him has just gone through the roof.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree. I don't know. I think that's a much better argument, in my opinion. Jordan Love looks like he's going to be a franchise quarterback, and he played great in the playoffs. So if he can keep that up, I definitely can see an argument for Jordan Love being a better dynasty keeper quarterback than Patrick Mahomes moving forward.
Fair enough. I'm around the same boat. I like Kyler Murray. I'm all in on Kyler Murray. Lastly, before we move on to it, I know I already said lastly earlier, but I must say there is a Cavs necklace behind Gary. Gary, can we talk about your Cavs real quick?
I'm happy. I'm happy.
Happy
that they JP Bickerstaff. I mean, he's out of Cleveland, and it's looking up going forward. I think Donovan Mitchell. There's growing hype that he's going to sign a supermax. I think he said, or I think it's rumored to be around 5 years, $209 million, which is up there, I believe, for one of, if not the highest paid in the league. But obviously, the numbers will continue to go up, so that'll be short-lived if it were to happen. I'm excited. I can't wait. I know there are some rumors swirling around that negative things could happen to the team as well, but that's just what a normal off season is. So we'll just have to see what happens.
Typical Cleveland move, signing a player for a big chunk of change and still not going to the finals,
I guess.
But let's get into the mocks. We're going to start with the rookie mocks. Now, Gary's having some technical difficulties. Gary, are you able to get in is the question.
Yeah, I'm currently going into Sleeper itself on my computer, and I'm going to try to find the draft that way. Because when I click on the link, it brings me to the draft, and it says this green join draft button, and I'm just spamming it, and it's doing nothing. So
interesting. Yeah, I know Keith and I were doing it off of our
there I am.
There you are.
There he is.
So because we did it fair with Keith and I, and now that you just joined, we have to do it again. We have to randomize the teams.
Okay.
And here's how the teams. Back to 8. I'm in the middle of the pack, so I don't know how I feel about it, but hey, let's get into it. So Marvin Harrison goes number 1.
Yeah, that's going to
Kills Gary's pick.
yeah. I mean, yeah, obviously if he was there, I was going to go. But, I mean, I think that this has to be done.
Okay. I mean, yeah, it's completely good picks. It's exactly how it should be going.
Yeah.
I think personally, am I just crazy or is Jaden Daniels fallen? Because I thought he was a lot higher than what it used to be.
He has fallen. Yeah. It's obviously
He has?
what way the mocks are starting to go now, and the ADP and the ranks are starting to
I mean,
figure it
Jonathan
out.
Brooks.
Because Jonathan Brooks I was talking to a guy yesterday on Twitter. He went out to 10, where you are now. He went out to 105.
That's crazy.
And another guy said he went out to 103 in his league.
Well, I'm going to still take my 1.5, the best wide receiver that's currently available, and that's Keon Coleman, in my opinion.
God damn it, man. That's what I was going to take.
I knew you were going to pick him. I knew you were. I had to make sure you didn't.
Go down. I'm going to go for Jaden Daniels because he's fallen. I think I'll take 108 is all right since he's fallen.
Oh, this is no snake.
No, it's just draft format.
I see.
Rookie draft format.
Well, currently looking at the best wide receivers available, and I did not see the hater on AD Mitchell. I understand.
AD Mitchell sucks. Let's be real
about that, but I know there's a lot of rumors around his character and his health, whatever. I'm not going to listen to it. I think he's better than Leggett. He's in a better position than Leggett, so we'll see.
That I completely agree. I think AD Mitchell's a lot better than Leggett. Why Leggett went in the first, still don't understand.
That's beyond me.
It's back to me. I was really hoping Trey Benson would fall to me, but guys, there's clearly no other option.
I know who you're taking here.
It's Mr. J.J. McCarthy.
You're not believing all the crap that's coming out that he.
I don't care.
He
can't
secure the ball properly, and his reads are terrible. Okay,
that's all talk.
How about the fact that he went to Michigan? How about that?
Look at Tom Brady. Where is he now? A future Hall of Famer.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the guy.
Drake May.
No, I'm gonna go with.
He's good, right?
Roman Wilson.
Okay.
Guy I've been coming up on. We found that out in the last draft.
You like Wilson. You like Wilson a lot.
Yeah.
So for me, this is going to be a straight shot in the dark because I think that he's going to get some touches in his current spot.
No, don't take him.
Because I think that this team uses RB by committee.
Oh.
Yeah. Good.
Okay.
Pick. And especially with Josh Jacobs apparently has an injury at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good pick. I like Lloyd. I think I'm fine with these players right now except for Corum. I just don't know if Blake Corum can be that guy on Los Angeles.
I agree.
I'm gonna take Luke McCaffrey. Clear cut pick for me.
I think I don't know if Gary knows, but I think you know where I'm going here. Main Burton with
yeah, I knew it.
I was gonna do it if he fell to me. I wasn't expecting it. But all right. Well,
now we're into the rounds of take a shot. Anything could work or not.
To be honest with you,
don't steal my guy again.
Well, I might. I don't know if this is your guy because he plays for your squad, but I thought it was a great pick by New England.
Yeah. I think he's a great pick. I think Polk is the guy that shouldn't have been picked, in my opinion. I didn't think you were actually going to take him. I thought you were going to take – I did think you were going to take a wide receiver, but I'm taking Brendan Rice. If Keith sees any of my drafts that I've done, it's literally exactly this for the most part.
Where is my guy? Why is he so far down? I'm going to take a chance here. I believe this is a Gary pick, but I could be wrong. I'm going with Cade Stover.
There you go.
Oh, it wasn't. It was.
But yeah, he's a guy I've been taking late in drafts. Generally the last round, but I just thought here I'll go.
That's a great pick for sure.
That is a good pick, I will say.
Now McMillan is definitely tempting. No, he's not. I like Shipley due to the fact where he ended up. I mean, Philly just loves to give touches to all of their running backs.
He's shipping over to Philly.
Yeah. Yeah, let's just go there, I guess. I think he's gonna get some touches, like I said, due to the fact that he's in Philly.
I was thinking about taking Joe Milton here because I think he's going to be the better quarterback in New England. But I won't. I'll take a running back. It's Mr. Frank Gore, his son. It's literally 2 and 2.
I was literally in my head going, well, Frank Gore's going to be gone before it gets to me.
At least you already know, Keith.
Oh, I do. I'm going to go shot in the dark. Isaac Orlando. Plays for San Francisco, and they always use running backs. I know they got McCaffrey, but still.
Guys, there is a quarterback that went in this draft named Plumlee.
Fantastic.
From Pittsburgh.
Fantastic.
From Pittsburgh. What is this? Whoever team 9 is, there's a problem.
Yeah.
There is a problem.
Yeah,
what do you guys think about your rookie draft so far?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, the rankings have changed, but they're obviously feeding off the amount of people on Sleeper that are doing drafts and where people are going. So, like, I think Jaden Daniels was value where I got him. Maybe people don't, but I still think he was value. I don't think Roman Wilson was at all compared to last. But, I just didn't think it was much on the board. Burton I like, and then, the rest are shots in dark, but I like the Kate Stover pick there. So I'm happy enough.
Yeah, I'm definitely happy with some of my picks. Can't go wrong with Caleb at 2, and I'm gonna agree, Keith, with Jermaine Burton. I think that's a very underrated pick. I think he's gonna be a guy that could shock some people this year. So
the only issue with Burton is that he is behind a lot of good players. I know some are getting up there in age. One's possibly trade candidate. It's just the opportunity for him to see playing time is my only concern. And I think if you're paying for a late 3rd round, it's not all that bad. If you're paying an early 4th, by all means, take the shot because he's a 4th round pick's really meaningless. And those are those hidden gems. I know someone got Puka Nacua in the 4th round, and now look at him. He's worth like 2 firsts, maybe around that price.
Yeah.
So, but you guys definitely have a lot of all-around players for your team. For me, obviously, it's more I went wide receiver heavy in this draft, like I've been doing in this rookie draft this season. Really, in other positions for my teams, it has to be that the running backs are solid. If it's not, I'm taking either Brooks or Benson. Other than that, the rest are all just kind of shots they're just taking, but I'm leaning over more Benson than Brooks in this draft.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be a good way around, but it's either or, I think, when it comes to running backs for me.
Yeah, I think I mentioned this in a separate episode, but I love Brooks just due to the fact where he landed. I think he's going to see a lot of touches. So.
Yep, definitely.
Well, let's randomize these teams for a 1 quarterback PBR redraft. Oh, no. You sniped me here.
And then you sniped me on the way back down. Oh, this is going to be fun.
Oh, this is going to be fun. Gary's right there too.
So just a 1 QB, right? So we don't need to worry about flex or super flex.
Yep, 1 quarterback.
All right, let's do this.
Is the 101. By the way, Robinson being the 103 is terrible.
Yeah.
Ouch.
There's some good options here.
Gonna go CeeDee Lamb.
It's really the only option you could take. The fact that he's fallen to 104, it's a clear cut pick. I'm in a tough position because I love Justin Jefferson. I like Jamar Chase, and Amon-Ra St. Brown is so elite. I'm going to take the clear cut guy currently that we know of that is for sure going to do good. And that's Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Ooh, interesting. That's definitely interesting. I would even
Yeah.
looked over. I'm not dissing the pick. I just think I would have went Jamar Chase over him.
Nope.
I think the question mark is on Jefferson's the quarterback play. So
Honestly, Jamar Chase was my number 3 option out of those 3.
yeah, okay.
Wow, that's surprising.
Yeah,
I
but
can't
I'm a
believe
McCaffrey fan, guys.
I mean,
JJ McCarthy fan. I mean,
Oh,
yeah, we know.
We
I
know.
can't believe I'm sitting here at 7 and Jamar Chase is just right there.
staring at you. So
I'm
easy pick.
going to lick my chops.
Yeah, it's easy pick, right?
Yeah.
Team 10 going for wide receivers again, Keith.
Look who went right before me.
Oh, Marv, would you go taking Marv?
No.
Pook after 110. Come on.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I
that's
still
crazy.
can't. I still can't get on the board of taking him in the first 2 rounds.
It's just too much of a reach for me.
Yeah, same. What do you think,
You
Gary?
literally have
I
Cooper
don't know.
Cup.
This is such a tough pick because I like to go back-to-back wide receivers normally when I'm in kind of like a awful spot in the draft. But I think this guy is going to have a great year. He's coming out. He's dealing with an injury right now, but he was so good last year. Kyron this year.
Yeah, good pick.
I think he's going to be really good.
You know, I was really hoping that I didn't have to pick Jonathan Taylor, but I will.
I don't like him this year. I really don't.
I'm going to take a chance on him. I think he's going to have a bounce back. He's probably going to be the bounce back player of the year for fantasy for me. But yeah, I think he's got the potential. But I want Barkley out of these 3.
Yeah, I am going to go for a receiver. I picked last time, but I got him in the 5th round, and I'm going to go down to pick Stephon Diggs. So the rankings have completely changed, Fernando.
It really has. Seeing some of these completely changes wild to me.
Yeah.
Sam Laporta, though, going before Travis Kelce is interesting.
It is. Travis Kelce is like a free hit here, but I don't like to take quarterback tight end this early.
Tight end quarterback, it's intertwined for you.
Yeah. I'm not exactly loving. I'm not touching running backs. They can stay where they are. I'm not exactly loving looking at this, so I'm going to go quarterback. I'm going to go with Jalen Hurts.
No way.
Wow.
No way.
Yeah.
You're taking a quarterback here? That's wild to me.
Got to mix it up. I generally don't on one quarterback lead to go early, but I'm mixing it up here.
I'm going to take Travis Etienne. I think he is going to be the guy that is going to have to lead Jacksonville to win.
Yeah, this is
Trevor's not the guy.
This is easy for me. I don't see the hate in this pick.
I don't see it either. I'm not surprised. Team 10, though. Keith, what is it with Team 10 always picking wide receivers?
I mean, they're going to be great in one position and terrible everywhere else.
Honestly.
I want to go 2 separate ways, and they're both great picks, I think. But what I love to do is double up.
Mahomes and Kelsey, so you're going for the stack.
Okay. I like it.
But there's a guy that's kind of low in these rankings, and there he goes.
I just the fact that he was in the 4th round.
I know. I know.
Like,
I'm
what?
like, how? I don't know.
And Puka's 110.
I was just about to do it. Yeah.
People are not. They haven't came up on him yet, and everybody's reaching for Nakua. That's the problem. I mean, 4th round here, Debo is just a free hit for me, so I'll take that.
Yeah, it's a good hit.
Swing back around. These running backs going. Yeah, cool. I'm good here at running back. Joe Mixon is good for me.
Jared Cook, though. Jared Cook. James Cook. Jared Cook, wow, that's a far name. James Cook, though, going before you, Keith? I don't know. I don't think James Cook would win there.
I think you're going to get a lot of better running backs when it comes to draft time. Fall. I think everybody's high on receivers, tight ends.
Yeah. This is a clear-cut no-brainer for me. CJ Stroud. He's my QB1.
Nice pick.
Team 6. Yeah. I really wanted Devontae Smith there, but I guess if I must, I will settle for. I don't want to take DK. I don't.
Take him. Seattle sucks anyways, right, Keith?
Hey, what's wrong with DK? Well, hey, you take that back, Mr. Patriots boy.
It's so bad. All our teams are terrible.
All right, I'll give in, I guess.
With big fat question mark on us this year, so damn it.
Yeah. Hold on. Fernando, repeat that.
All our teams are. You can't say anything. Cleveland's terrible.
Oh, really? We're terrible? Really? Oh, wow. That's surprising. I didn't know that. Oh. This year
it's like every other Cleveland
team.
Out
of the 3 to make the playoffs, but yeah, you can keep talking if you want.
We'll see what happens with Watson.
Okay, we'll see.
Guys, Rashee Rice is still on the board. Can we just all make that known?
Can we just lock him up and throw away the key?
Yeah, so is David Njoku. I don't know how, but
Keith, that was too good. That was too good. Gary, I think you take T right here. T or Kamara.
15 seconds. The pressure's on. Oh, I was going to go Kamara.
Yeah.
I knew T and Kamara were going to go with these next two. I'm on the clock here, and I don't know. See, here's the thing. I could take Amari Cooper, but I think he's going to take a step back this year. He's a little on the older side.
You're wrong.
I'm sorry, but he's a little on the older side. I would take James Conner, but I think, again, another guy that's getting up there in age. So I'm going to take a little bit of a reach here, and I'm going to go with David Montgomery.
Wow.
Nothing's changed in Detroit. Everything's still pretty
good.
I'll
take James Conner, then. I don't mind.
Who would you rather have right now, Montgomery or Conner?
I mean, I think it's a
toss-up.
Yeah, toss flip the one. I don't. I'm back on the clock here. Wide receivers. What have I got? I got what? 3 solid guys. Running backs. I'm gonna go Mondre here.
Great pick.
That's a good pick. That's definitely a good pick. See, I have a chance to take someone, and I don't know if they're going to come back around, but there's no one I really else like. I don't want to take Kyle Pitts here. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest.
Go for it. Be brave.
They're going to screw me again, aren't they?
Did you see that catch, Fernando? From
Which
Cousins? The flying in the air Pitts catch? Like, that should have told you. That should have told you.
My cousin knows how to ball. He's good. He's good. Everyone doubts him, but he's good. Michael Penix is not going to be playing as a starter until he's 28. Guaranteed.
You got 15 seconds.
15 seconds?
10
oh,
seconds.
Shoot.
You got to hurry up. 9. The clickers are on. Pressure. Kyle Pitts, it is. The pressure's on. 3, 2, got to pick Kyle Pitts. Nope. Evan Ingram. Then Kyle Pitts goes after you.
I can't. I just couldn't do Kyle Pitts. I'd rather have Evan Ingram than Kyle Pitts.
Oh, man.
I'd rather take the guy who's finished top 5 in the last 2 years with the same offense, besides Calvin Ridley not being there.
I think this pick is pretty easy for me. I don't know why he's being valued so low. We've seen his now new quarterback hand the ball off so much. Just makes sense.
He's gonna pass it a lot.
No, he's not. All right, another wide out.
Everybody thinks whiteout's so deep, but you kind of get to a stage where kind of like they're all kind of in the same tier until
they have his name Hollywood Brown on here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go with that. Jamar and DK. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of in a tough spot, but I think I have to go wide out. I don't want Jaden Reed at all. I think he's unpredictable. Same thing with Godwin. I hate going Tampa Bay wide out.
Really?
I'm not going to triple up with Mahomes, Kelsey, and Hollywood Brown. Love Ridley, but this guy has never been a 2 in his career.
Hopkins, yeah, safe, solid pick.
I mean,
it's a good pick. It's a good pick.
He was the one that was standing out to me.
Yeah, I think Hopkins still has a chance. I will take Hollywood Brown. I think I'm going to take the flyer.
Snipe.
Yeah, you got to take the chance. He's playing with Patrick Mahomes. You have to take the chance. I get Gary's point though. He would have tripled up with Mahomes, Kelsey, and Brown.
Or else I would have taken him in that spot.
Yeah, yeah. It's a perfect place to take Hollywood Brown right now.
Snipey. I'll get you, Fernando, for that one.
Oh yeah, you're gonna get me in the next round, guaranteed.
I am not loving a lot of these. There's a wide receiver there that sticks out to me, but I'll let him fall. Let's see what happens.
Take Calvin Ridley.
No, you're okay.
Najee Harris, is he still on the board?
I will
David
go
Njoku
with Tony Pollard.
Javonte Williams. That's a good pick. I will say, out of all the running backs that were still on the board, Pollard is a solid pick.
I generally don't like the stack up. Look at all the running backs, but I not like them where the wide receivers land. And now I'm just going to say.
You've gone 4 straight running backs. There's no way you're going for a running back here.
No, I'm going to go screw it. I'm going to take a bit of a reach, but Keon Coleman joined my team.
That's a good pick. I would take him in the 9th round too. I completely forgot about him, but I need running backs right now. I feel like I just need some more depth in running backs, so I'm going to take Zamir White. I'm a really big Zamir White fan, and I'm really hoping he can finally get the ground running.
This is his time.
Oh, Gary loves it, right?
No, I love what I'm about to do.
Oh, okay.
I was really hoping you love Zamir White.
Dude, no, that was a good pick. I was looking in the same position, actually. And that's why I'm going to go here.
No, Nick Chubb.
Yeah. I consider Chubb as well.
Yeah, it's still a solid pick. Chubb in the 9th round.
I mean, I already have 3 running backs. It's just if he comes back and is half of what he was, that's great.
Guys, Austin Eckler went in the 10th round.
I was going to go back-to-back if he made it back to me, but
there's a guy on decline, I think.
Yeah.
Like obvious decline for me.
Now, is this a keeper or no? Hypothetically.
No.
Just a redraft.
Okay. Because to be honest with you, I would think about going Caleb here if it was a keeper.
That would be smart. Yeah, keeper leagues I think would be. I think Caleb would have been a good one here.
But I think this guy's got great upside. I think this guy's got great upside as a rookie.
Actually, here's my question. Oh, Trey Benson had to go just before me. Team 6. Gary, here's my question though. If it was a keeper, you would still lean Caleb even though Brock Purdy's still there.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just curious. I'm going to take. Oh man, it's really getting brutal out here, guys.
I mean, who knows how many years the San Fran team has?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think the Bears are just getting started.
Yeah, fair enough. I want Benson, but I'll stick with Brooks on this, even though I just said I'd rather have Benson over Brooks. I still want to add some more running backs. Keith, are you going to go for the 5th straight rookie wide receiver in this round?
Yeah, I'm going to go for Christian Watson. I think he's a bit touchdown dependent, but it's a shot for me just to go for it.
That's a good pick.
The draft.
It's a good pick. By the way, Gary, if you don't know Keith will pick his tight end in the final 2 rounds.
Yeah, generally, but you know what? You spoke too soon because
TJ Hawkinson is right here.
No, Dalton Schultz. TJ Hawkinson, I like, but don't trust again the quarterback play, and Dalton Schultz with Stroud. I
Guys,
think
you guys are trashing
Stroud what he could do, so.
McCarthy.
McClowney deserves it.
Clowney.
I mean, I have no problem apologizing to you like mid-season if all of a sudden he balls out and all these guys' numbers are going great, but I don't see that happening.
Yeah. I'm going to take Curtis Samuel. Reason why is because there needs to be some targets after Diggs is gone. Keon Coleman, like you said, Keith, is going to be that guy, but Curtis Samuel's got to be the number 2.
Yep, I know, especially this late. I have no qualms with that pick. I think it's okay.
Yeah. Screw it. We'll go back-to-back rookies. Upside's there. I love it.
AD. TJ Hawkinson falling to the 12th round. I mean, he could be such a big steal if JJ McCarthy does pan out. Just saying.
It's probably a little early to go this guy, but I think we've talked about him in the past. The Bengals used him a lot.
No, don't do it.
Bengals used him a lot last year.
No, snipe. Guys, you're not allowed to come on a snipe. Chase Brown went up. He's a guy I'm throwing darts at loads this year.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a guy that has...
Fernando, you're not allowed to bring friends that snipe me. No more rules. We need to make rules.
Restart it. Run it back.
Let's go.
I'm going to take a guy that I think is going to be back to his form. I feel like he never lost his form last year on this new team, but he's back to his original team at Zeke.
Yeah, I don't hate that at all.
In the 12th round.
I quit.
Did I snipe you again?
Yes, again.
Wow.
There were the two I had lined up in the queue. They both go one out.
No way.
Well, screw you guys.
You got Chuba. You can take Chuba.
I don't want Chuba. I don't want any of them running backs all of a sudden. I will go. I always like Cortland Sutton, so we'll go Cortland Sutton.
Yeah, I was debating about Cortland. I was like, but I want to go for someone else.
Lockett in the 12th is the end of the 12th is such a steal.
I was hoping Lockett would come back around. I'm going to be honest.
Every year he's so undervalued.
Even Myers in the 13th. Crazy.
Man, I don't like any of this. These running backs. I'm going to go down to running back. I'm going to take Marshawn Lloyd.
That's a good pick.
Jerome Ford doesn't interest you at all?
Yeah, doesn't. I can't make my mind up. And okay. I was just going rookies while you're all over them.
We'll see.
I'm going to take Troy Franklin. I'll take a dart throw on him.
Jeez.
Because I think if he can connect with Bo Nix, I think he can be solid.
Well, the fact that I'm just staring at the name Justin Herbert in the 13th round is making me so angry.
You going to take him? You're going to take Jerome Ford.
I mean, I'm debating it. In the case that I had this exact scenario, I probably would, just in case Mahomes were to get hurt in some way. Mm-hmm. But I don't think I'm going to do that. Here's where I like to look at high upside guys, and I think that you get a great one right here.
It's a good pick.
Good pick. If he gets fully healthy, yeah, he just steal.
Yeah, exactly right. So I'm back, and I don't like this guy at all, but Freddie's gonna like this one. Freddie's gonna like this one. If I have to root for him,
Baker. Judy.
Oh.
I don't like Judy. Not a Judy fan.
Neither am I. I absolutely despise him. But if he's in there in the 14th, maybe he does something with Deshaun. I don't know.
That's fair. I mean, by me saying Amari Cooper, thinking that he's going to take a step back, I think he could be another guy that could be the next guy to step forward or maybe finally have some decent role. I'm looking at wide receivers here. I was thinking about Josh Downs, but I don't know if he's going to be able to get there because of A.D. Mitchell. Leggett being in Carolina is just terrible. Gabe Davis has an opportunity. Never really a big Gabe Davis fan, so I'm going to take the chance on Jalen Polk.
There it is.
There, you might as well have one good Patriot, eh?
They all are going to be terrible.
I
think Baker is
one
going to
that
be
has
better.
a chance.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go running back. A guy I like that I think will take over the Kamara role is Kendrick Miller. So.
Kendrick Miller has been a really sneaky guy, and I think he's a guy that people really forgotten this year. And I think he could be great value, especially in Dynasty too.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks. Last pick. Happy to take a flyer on Mr. Burton himself. So Jermaine Burton with the last pick.
Of course, you're going with Jermaine Burton.
I was going to go him or Jahan Dotson. He came back around, didn't he? Yeah, but I just said Burton. Because why not? Last pick.
I'm gonna take a guy that, again, there's a lot of wide receivers to feed in this core, but you have one of the best quarterbacks in the league, in Justin Herbert. So why not take a chance on Quentin Johnson?
You bashed him so much.
I'm still bashing him.
We're both bashed him.
I will get him.
No, you pick him.
I will get him in the last round if it means that I can drop him after week 1. I'm fine with it. With it. I'll take the chance.
Okay.
I mean, I think it would be criminal for Thielen not to get drafted. But it's not going to be me that drafts him. So. If I'm looking at this scenario right now, I think, you know what? Why not take a shot in the dark with this guy? He's very hit or miss. Maybe he does good in his new spot.
Gabe Davis.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're either getting like 30 points for him or you're getting 1.
Yep. And Mr. Irrelevant is McLaughlin, because that's what I'm laughing at. The fact that he was drafted.
Sure.
What do we think?
I'm going to be honest. I don't think my team's that bad. I think it's pretty good.
Love my squad.
Can we transfer this into a real league? I could easily beat you guys.
Oh my god! Are you serious?
I mean, I'm sure we'll have a Sports Time HQ league.
Listener league.
Have a league. Do you want? I'm sure we'll have one. Maybe we can draft live. That'll be fun. But
that'd be a fun one.
Not right now. You're not getting your team now, Fernando.
No. I mean, going down the list for Gary's team, obviously starting with the quarterback position, Patrick Mahomes, he's always a stud. You did draft him as the 3rd overall quarterback off the board, finishing quarterback 7 last year. He could be a reach in this year's draft for, again, number of reasons because of the fact that he finished QB 7. But again, you get a guy like Patrick Mahomes, you stack him with Travis Kelce. I feel like it's going to offset either way. The only problem is if you do start both of them and they both do terrible, well, 2 bad positions that are going to give you a lot of stuff for. Running backs. Nick Chubb, big dark horse guy that you could definitely have a chance with. As much as I'm not a Cleveland guy, I do like Nick Chubb. I think if he does bounce back from his injury, I think there's a big chance he does. Even giving you half of what he used to, like you said, Gary, I think that's a good one. Jones and Kamara are just toss-ups at this point, personally, in my opinion. Jones, will McCarthy hand the ball off every time, like you supposedly say all the time. Kamara, does he lose the job to Kendrick Miller? That's a big question mark. I think really your biggest RB1 is Kyron Williams, and I like Williams. I'm fine that you took him at 2nd round, but I thought Barkley would have been a better pick there. And Brown and Dobbins are good sleeper picks for that. Wide receivers, can't go wrong. Jamar Chase, number 1. DK Metcalf, number 2, solid. And then the other guys, all, again, toss-ups. I think overall, I'd grade your team. Give your team a B.
Easily an A- at least. But
Gary, Gary, how about you do Keith?
Me, do Keith? Okay.
Yeah.
So he's got Hurts. That was what QB2 drafted.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure I agree with that, but that's just a personal take, I guess. I've never been the biggest Hurts guy, but we'll see. He's always got the ground threat, so we'll see how that goes. Wide receivers, love. You got CD, who I used to be a CD hater, but he shut up, and he is an absolute beast. Diggs in Houston, that's going to be scary hours, and Debo at your flex or wide receiver 3, whatever you want to call it, that's also scary. Mixon, Connor, Ramondre, even Pollard, who I think is very shaky, but at least the top 3 guys I think are all great fantasy running backs. I always love Connor as a sleeper because for some reason he'll give you 12 points a game in Arizona. He always goes for like 60 yards, a couple catches, and 20 yards, or an additional touchdown at times. Ramondre I've always loved. I just think he's been my favorite Patriot for the past couple of years. I think he's an absolute dog. You got the upside in Coleman, upside in Watson. Schultz, great player, great tight end. He was Stroud's security blanket last year. So I like your squad for sure.
Well, thank you. I don't mind it myself. I think I would have gave you A- too. Fernando was way harsh from your team, by the way.
Right?
It's just because he's Gary. You know.
Let me,
No.
let me do yours and tell them all how they all suck. That should be fun.
Let's hear him.
Well, I can't go wrong with Stroud for start. I like Stroud. Great pick. Nice in the 5th too. We'll go wide receivers. Okay, Amon-Ra St. Brown. I'm a big Amon-Ra St. Brown guy, but I wouldn't have picked him when you were looking at Jamar Chase and Jefferson. But yeah, I don't diss it either. Cooper Kupp's interesting. I mean, he's probably. I don't think he's going to come up over Nakua, but I think he might come up another round. So I think that's still value there. I don't think I'd be overly happy with Hollywood Brown as my wide receiver 3, but that's just me. I think I want something more solid than that. Curtis Samuel, like you said, needs to be he's the Buffalo wide receiver 2. So I don't mind the pick there in the 11th round. And then these guys for me are all shots in the dark. So I think you're really hanging on to Amon-Ra and Kupp there. Running backs, I don't mind them at all, though. I think Taylor would be better than what people think. Etienne needs to be better, I think, on the ground, but he'll get a lot through the air. I think with PPR, I think you're in there. Montgomery needs to be good around the goal line for you. I'd come in at RB3. I mean, he needs to get the amount of touches and touchdowns again. White, I really like this pick. I think it's his time to shine. Brooks, I think me and Gary both agree. I think he's going to get so much work. I think he can't get enough volume. I think he's just going to surge up with the amount of volume. And Elliott, this is a late pick that I think is great. I don't think he's washed. Maybe other people do, but I don't think he's washed. Evan Ingram, I like him. He is Lawrence's go-to guy, and I think he'll even be more this year. So I'm going to give you a B+.
That's fine. I would have gave my team a B+.
There we go. So
I still think I could beat Gary's team, personally.
We should make some sort of bet when it comes to actually drafting our teams for either who finishes the highest or something like that. But we'll see. Maybe
whoever finishes the highest could get a trophy ring or a belt from TrophySmack.com. And any other person could also get something there if they could just go to TrophySmack.com/SportsTimeHQ. Again, Gary thinks that he's going to win it. He's going to get the toilet bowl trophy.
Hey Fernando, you should put our teams on Twitter and let the public pick. That's what you should do.
That is
let the public pick.
These teams right here, and let's see what happens. Put the three of them up, and we'll see if you can.
Yeah. I'm gonna see if I can do it. I might try and screenshot it, clip them for each side that we have it, and then
Let's see. Make it interesting.
let's see who ends up being the best, which obviously is
somebody will have bragging rights on the show next week.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Obviously, if you haven't done so already, go to Underdog Fantasies, use code SportsTimeHQ. They're going to match your first deposit up to $100. Again, it's a great platform to use. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. You guys got anything else? Anything else to talk about?
No, good show, good drafts, always good mocking, even though it's super early.
I don't know.
Well, we're back next week on Thursday. Again, you can catch us every Thursday at 6 p.m. here on YouTube, or if you're watching us on Facebook, or if you're watching us on Twitter, wherever you are, whether it's outside, inside, getting a tan in the summer. Again, we're going to be here every Thursday at 6 p.m. I was joined by my great co-host, Keith. You can follow him all over social media at HuddleUp_NFL and SwampDonkey_90, as well as my other co-host, Gary. You can follow him all over social media at Gary.Dombeck. I'm Fernando. I'm your host, Sports Time HQ. We will see you all next week.